I got stuck in a rut through the lockdowns. It's only me and my 11-year-old son in the house. So our meals had ended up being kid meals basically and processed food. And I was just bored of it, and I had no motivation. I had no get up and go to want to even start cooking again, and it was just stuck in a really big rut. I kind of hit a point where I knew change was due, and you kind of faff about for a while knowing that change is due. I kind of knew I needed to do something differently to what I've done before. And I had some fitness goals in my head as well as weight loss. And then I saw your advert on our local Facebook page. I quite liked the appeal of it being online and not in a park locally. All my friends are like mega fit, they run for fun, which I find weird, but they're all quite fit people, and then there's me kind of out of breath at the back. So a lot of my goals were sort of fitness led, in the sense that yes, I just thought if I could just lose some weight so I don't feel like it's debilitating me, and then I won't feel like a hindrance, because even walking was exhausting and painful, and and we walk to places and then swim and walk back, and everyone else is walking at a pace and chatting, and I'm at the back not chatting because I couldn't even catch my breath. So that was part of the drive to make the change when I did. But really, I knew obviously it was my weight that was causing most of that issue. I was even struggling to sort of bend down to do my shoes up and things like that. Or if somebody asked me to do something, I had to think about how physically I was going to be able to do it, because my lower back would ache really badly. Even like my balance was affected. So I'd even have to think about the way I moved. I couldn't just move naturally. I was falling over. I was struggling to get over a stile. It was ridiculous. And my son as well, because he's big and I need to get him healthy at eating. So that was quite a driver. Well, I think I'd probably done Slimming World or sort of guided diet on my own at home as well as in clubs since I was a teenager. So I kind of knew what I should and shouldn't be eating, but it hadn't worked in the past because I could lose some weight, but then it wasn't sustainable, and I didn't stick to it for longer than maybe a year maximum. And I knew I needed to do the fitness side of things as well this time round, because the age I'm at as well, I am perimenopausal, and there's all the talk about the difficulty of shifting weight, of gaining weight. So I knew that probably just doing food alone wasn't going to be enough this time round. And I wanted to get fitter as well. So, that's why I wanted to find a different way of doing it. I think part of it is like, it's not that it's not letting you down, but it's almost like not wanting you to be disappointed in me in a way. It's having that, knowing that somebody is watching you and analysing you. It kind of, because in a class at like Fight Club, as we used to call it, Slimming World, you're just another face. And do you know what I mean? And I think this feels quite personally supportive. The Facebook group is great as well, and the calls. It's really great to know that there's other people and that everybody's coming at it from completely different places to achieve different things, different amounts of weight to lose, but everybody's kind of still on the same path. Because it's exercise every day, it keeps it in your mind. It's like you haven't got time to take your foot off the accelerator almost, because you're thinking about your habits and when you're going to plan your exercise, I've got to have drunk enough water. It's there all the time as a reminder. So I find that really helpful. The way that you do it week by week, so you've got time to build up the habits, is really, really good. And some of them you're like, yes, I already do this one. I've got a week off, massive. And then they get another one, which is a massive change. But again, like I said earlier, it just focuses you. Everything that you do keeps you interested and keeps you focused on your goals and stuff. And the daily emails are really helpful. So there's lots of encouragement and lots of like data and facts as well that and like you've accumulated over the years, which answer all the questions that all of us have, because you've kind of heard most of the questions now, I reckon. Loads of things really. Obviously, mobility is brilliant. I don't, I couldn't put my socks on in the morning because I couldn't bend my back to put my socks on. I had to almost warm up my back and things like that. I feel like I have got enough energy throughout the entire day, and I am doing more. I'm physically just doing more. I'm doing more of the, like, I need something upstairs. I'll get it later when I go up for something else. I'm just get up and I just go, and I just, that constant reminder to keep moving and stuff. So fitness levels are massively different. I can walk and chat and not get stressed about it or worry about it. My swimming distances have increased, my swimming speeds have increased. On the very first fitness test, I tried doing a push-up, couldn't do it. Did some of the other bits, measured all this, went back to the push-ups, tried again, couldn't do it. Third time I thought, I've got to film this. So I filmed it and I managed a half, and a half is I could get down and I couldn't get back up again. So then obviously it's part of the weekly exercise plan, doing push-ups, and I still hate them and my arms shake while I'm doing them. And you asked me to film the 12 weeks. So I filmed the 12 weeks and I did 21. So I went from 0 to 21 in the 12 weeks. I mean, I've never done push-ups in my life, so that is proper 0 to 21, isn't it? People keep saying to me, oh, you look different. I'm like, is it because I've lost 3 stone? They're like, no, it's something else. So I think I must look either more confident or more glowy or something, because people are commenting on not just the weight loss, the way I look. So I've quite figured out what that one is yet.
21.
Because it's not a diet and it's not an eating plan. It's like just sensible suggestions on what you need to do. You can kind of within, like, you can fit it in with your life. That's the thing, because I've done Slimming World and it's all very controlled and counting and writing stuff down. I mean, I've just been clean eating as best I can and avoiding the sugars and just being sensible with it. So, you just get into grips with changing your habits for a lifetime. It's pretty flexible from that perspective, because, like, I've had a couple of alcoholic nights out. I've got going out for dinner on the weekend, but you just work around it. It is quite flexible. It doesn't matter if you can't do all 8 rounds or all 4 rounds or whatever of a workout in a day. Just do what you can, because a few days I've been like that and I've just not been able to make it to the end for whatever reason, time constraints or physically I just can't do it that day. But just do something every day. But yeah, I feel happier in myself, more confident. I've gone, like I said, had a job interview this morning. Even mentioned to my friends I might even consider dating, which I haven't for 5 years, because I haven't really felt desirable. So I think that's coming back now as well, which is good. Well, actually, Ryan, I already have. Somebody on our local Facebook group said they were looking for an online course to fit in around their lives, and I did put your link up there. And I'm trying to get my sister on it. So my sister's been doing Slimming World and she's stopped going to class the last couple of weeks, and I can see she's going to do that thing where she just plummets off it. But I think I may have put her off it because I'm a bit all or nothing, and she thinks it needs the level of dedication that I've been giving it, which, as we know from my results, I have really been throwing myself at it. And I've tried to explain to her that, you can go slower, you don't have to be as strict as I am with what I'm eating and things like that. So I have already recommended you. So I would 100% recommend you to anyone.